Hi, I am Travis Wentworth, and I am the president of the Visiting Nurses Foundation Board. Thank you for being here tonight. Welcome to the third annual Visiting Nurses Foundation Gala.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackie Jewell, Executive Director of the Visiting Nurses Foundation. Historically, the Visiting Nurses Foundation has really leaned on the pillars of our thrift stores, the medical equipment bank providing free medical equipment to all Lewis and Thurston County residents, our scholarship program, and our comfort therapy grant to Assured Hospice. Comfort therapy has grown from a $600 grant in the very beginning to this upcoming year. We're awarding $144,000 in comfort therapy. Those programs continue to be extremely important to the Visiting Nurses Foundation. The last few years, we've been really excited to add our Respite program. The Visiting Nurses Foundation board has been so supportive of me joining the team and my personal experience with care with my father-in-law and my mother-in-law made respite something that I was extremely passionate about. Family want to keep their loved ones at home. They want to provide them with comfort and compassion and things that are familiar with them.
Respite care is short-term temporary care provided to someone who is ill, aging, or living with a disability so their primary caregiver can take a break. The Visiting Nurses Foundation is proud to offer respite grants within our community each year. Through the support of generous donors, volunteers, and key partners, our foundation is able to help bridge the gap of respite care.
Hi, my name is Corey Flooch, and I am proud to serve on the Visiting Nurses Foundation board. With over 20 years of nursing experience, I've had the privilege of sitting with families through some of their hardest moments. Respite care brings a lifeline to families, a moment to regain strength, hope, encouragement, and not only meet families where they are medically, but spiritually and emotionally. I believe in this board and its support for respite care because it's vital in those sacred moments.
Tonight is about dignity and compassion and showing up for caregivers that rarely get a break. Every dollar raised turns compassion into real impact. Hi, my name is Trevor Moon and I serve as the treasurer on the Visiting Nurses Foundation board. Providing respite care funding to our community is important because it not only allows us to care for the patient, but also the caregiver as well. Caregivers carry a significant physical and emotional load while caring for their loved ones, and respite care allows them a little bit of freedom to go out and do something for themselves.
My name is Chris. I am with Cedars Home Care Washington, and we provide in-home care for people in Lewis County. I stumbled across Visiting Nurses when I first moved up here in 2020, and I found that with their medical equipment bank, that it was such a relief when you would have clients out there that you're caring for. And if they order something, it might be 2 weeks away before they get something as simple as a transfer board or a shower stool. So it's been really good in that aspect as far as being able to help people immediately with their needs.
There are over 53 million family caregivers in the United States, and a staggering 86% of them do not receive any respite. Without respite, caregivers face burnout, stress, and declining health of their own. My name is Kaushif Khan, and I am past president of the Visiting Nurses Foundation. Respite care in particular, I see firsthand the caregivers that do take care of my grandparents and the support they provide, giving us, family, a little bit of time and being able to help when we can.
Hi, I'm Angie Brown, and I'm the Vice President of the Visiting Nurses Foundation. Being part of the Visiting Nurses Foundation is a very personal thing for me. It's an experience that I've been through with loved ones, with hospice care and being a caregiver, and seeing my family be caregivers for our loved ones. And it's such an emotional drain, but it's also such a gift to be able to have our families home with us and are surrounding us, and seeing these hospice patients be able to die with dignity. It's important that we give our caregivers a break too and help support them. This is a very hard time, and knowing it personally, I'm just glad that Visiting Nurses Foundation exists to help this process go a little more smoothly and lovingly.
Hi, my name is Christy Nelson, and I'm a registered nurse, and I work for Assured Hospice of Centralia. My role for 2 years was your on-call nurse. I would be the one that would come to your home in Lewis County from 4:30 at night till 8 in the morning. I was there for you. If you were having a loved one who was having pain you couldn't handle, or you had a passing, you would call our hospice line, and then they would connect you to me and I would come to your home and help you. I started my nursing journey when I was 56 years old at the encouragement of my husband, who's been a nurse for 30 years. He thought I'd make a good nurse. In 2023, I received my RN degree through Centralia College. I know what it feels like to have someone who is slowly passing. I know what it feels like to have someone that's lost suddenly. And to be able to be with families and offer that support that they need. When we talk about respite care, there is, if you're on Medicaid, you get 5 days of respite, but that has to be at a facility like a hospital or a long-term care facility. That's taking the patient out of the home. With the grant and the funds available from visiting nurses, we're able to have people come into the home, maybe just for a few hours, maybe it's all day, maybe it's for 2 or 3 days. Whatever that family needs, we enjoy the fact that we can offer that opportunity for respite care.
Hi, I'm Sheila Meekoff. I'm the Executive Assistant at the Visiting Nurses Foundation. The Visiting Nurses Foundation exists to support families when they need help the most. The respite program is important to me because I feel that family members need to take time for themselves so they can help support the people that they're taking care of.
My name is Jamie Muir and I'm a social worker with Assured Hospice. I've been with the agency for 22 years and I go out and meet families and patients in the last stages of their life. Well, the Visiting Nurses Foundation has always been such a strong supporter of Assured Hospice, our patients and their families, and it comes in and it fills a space that there's nowhere else that you can garner those types of resources. Then the start of the respite program recently, or in the last couple of years, has been huge because it's allowed people who wouldn't qualify for traditional respite for different reasons. It could be financial reasons, or it can also sometimes be their own, like their physical disabilities. It's harder to find respite if somebody is very confused or have behavioral disturbances and stuff. And the Visiting Nurses has filled that gap. I mean, we never meet people on their best days. We meet them because they're having hard days, and they've usually been having hard days for a while when we meet them.
Hi, I'm Kim Witham. I'm the secretary with the Visiting Nurses Foundation. Serving on the foundation board has been an important role in my life. It's personal for me. My mom received home care for many years, and allowing her to have that time at home and give respite to those that need it is really, really important.
A donation today can mean hours or days of rest for an overwhelmed caregiver. Our community's generosity fills the gap with support and hope. Without support, caregivers are often forced to choose between their own health and the support of their loved ones. My name is Shane Wood. I'm a board member here at the Visiting Nurses Foundation. Thank you everyone for attending the gala. We look forward to seeing you again next year and appreciate your continued support of the Visiting Nurses Foundation.